the drama of the moment. This is TNT Sports, home of NASCAR's race for the championship. This is the Discover Card Countdown to Green as we get ready to go racing.
Darlington Raceway in South Carolina. NASCAR has been coming here since 1950. The Southern 500 earned its stripes for 3 reasons: where it's at, who has won it, and who has not. 1 week ago, it was a good old-fashioned Saturday night short track race. Today, we once again return to the roots of NASCAR. After the sunset last Saturday, the tradition and the temper of Bristol shine brightly. Here comes Gordon, right up against the back bumper. Everybody in the crowd on their feet. The bump and run. There it is. Gordon underneath to the lead. Today, the Winston Cup Series renews a tradition as old as the sport itself, the Southern 500. A true racer knows the history of Darlington. Those that don't, learn fast. The next step for the championship challengers is find a way to tame a track that has brought racers more than 50 years of fame and frustration. Veteran drivers have visions of victory here. Younger drivers simply have dreams. Tonight, when the sun sets on Darlington, only one driver will be enjoying a little Southern comfort.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me double shot inside!
TNT Sports presents the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. Today, live from Darlington, South Carolina, it's the 53rd running of the Mountain Dew Southern 500. Darlington Raceway, a gray but gritty old biddy. She rewards the graceful and will punish the greedy. They call this the track too tough to tame. How tough is it? The King Richard Petty won 200 races, but only won the Southern 500.
Welcome back to Darlington Raceway for the throwback weekend. Approximately 36 hours later than originally planned on this Tuesday morning. Sunday afternoon, we originally were supposed to go green, but a heavy rain shower passed through the Darlington area Sunday afternoon. We could not get the racetrack dry enough by a decent hour, and the race was delayed once to Monday at 11 at noon. But unfortunately, a huge rain thunderstorm passed through the area, and the cars didn't even see the light of day. See any form of track for the day, but Tuesday we were on this Tuesday afternoon we were approaching probably the mid to upper 60s. We may probably get into the 70s. Lots of lot of fog. And it's going to be pretty interesting seeing how the weather conditions are going to play in today's race. Well, since the drivers practiced and qualified on Friday and Saturday in relatively slick conditions, with the KFC Cup Series getting on the pole, while the qualifying being canceled, it's going to be pretty interesting at the start to see how the guys that don't normally start towards the front, like you got Jake Basinger in the 15, third ever start for Michael Waltrip. You got Xavier Sandreska and the Wood brothers. Also, you got the chase battle heating up. You got KFC Cup Series. He has not had a win this season. Also, probably another thing you should know is it is throwback weekend in Darlington, South Carolina. A few drivers in this field are sporting throwback looks. Probably the most notable one in the field starts 8th. Jacob Tube driving Jeff Gordon's old rainbow-themed car, the Rainbow Warriors. Anyways, pre-race stories aside, here's the starting lineup. In row 1, we got the Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet and the White Deuce Ford. Row 2 finds the Dollar General Toyota and the Motorcraft Ford. Row 3 finds the Pennzoil Ford and the Interstate Batteries Toyota. Row 4 finds the 5-Hour Energy Toyota and the Exalta Chevrolet Ashbury Automotive Group Chevrolet. Row 5 got the Ortho Fire Ant Killer Ford and the Bush Beer Chevrolet. Row 6 got the Mountain Dew Dew Shine Retro Chevrolet and the Lowe's Home Improvement Chevrolet. Row 7 got the FedEx Express Toyota and the Haas CNC Chevrolet. Row 8 got the Fastenal Ford and the 9 car. Row 9 got the Napa Chevrolet and the Caterpillar Chevrolet. While we go through the rest of the field, let's talk with one of the drivers that's starting toward the back of this field, Caleb Hoffman. Hey Caleb Hoffman, this is Benny up in the booth. You got us? Yeah, bud. 10-4. With issues in inspection on Friday and you starting at the back, how does this play into and could this play into your hands, knowing that there is a possible threat of rain in the area and we only got to get halfway? All I know is there's going to be a lot of guys going like hell on the start, and it's going to be leading to the situation of, do I, especially since I'm starting in the back with the 83, I'm in the chase, but at the same time, you got to give a fair chance to guys that aren't in the chase, like the 42 or the 3 or the 10 or anybody that doesn't have a win. So, despite our really bad qualifying spot, I feel our Aris Toyota is going to be able to get to the front. Just gotta stay out of the Darlington unforgiving wall, unforgiving Darlington stripe, and hopefully we'll be up front to win. Alright, good luck to you, bud. Alright, thanks, bud. Thanks, Betty. Right along with 6 onboard cameras in this race. Jonathan Morrison starting once, bought up from the 19 car of Caleb Hoffman. He's got the American Ethanol E15 on board. Nate Sherman's got his Lowe's on board. Alvin Alonso's got his Fastenal on board. Zoe Moon has her Pennzoil on board. Devin Murway has his Bush Beer on board, starting 10th this morning. And out front, Pole Sitter KSC Cup Series. Remember, qualifying was held by virtue of practice speeds Saturday afternoon due to heavy rain that only got through about 16 cars Saturday afternoon. So just a reminder, the weather, there is a system in the area, but right now there is it's just overcast. And the rain should pass through. There is a system developing about 15 miles out or so. So far as clouds, we should be able to get this race in on a Tuesday afternoon to its full conclusion. One thing you should probably watch out for is these drivers are going to probably have ants in their pants after being cooped up so long inside these cars. And especially going at 10 a.m. right now on a Monday morning. The track is completely dry. Been going for about 10 minutes just trying to the outside lane, trying to patch the top groove. Very tough to pass here at Darlington. Southern 500 throwback weekend. 2 days later than we originally planned. Pace car is off. KFC Cup Series will lead the field down. 2 races left before the chase. He starts, and we're underway at Darlington. Oh, a little bit of bumping in the back, like maybe between the 24, the 16, the 4 and the 16. Bit of damage to the back end of the 24. Remember, his car kind of stepped out. Coming out of 4. See a little bit of 3 wide action going on. This is toward the back. We told you Caleb Hoffman's gonna be driving like a demon today. He's already up to 24, 3 wide. However, out of turn 4, lap number 1 will go to Robert Smith in the 2. Drivers that are in chase contention are going to be marked in green. Drivers without a win are going to be marked in yellow. As you notice, the top 3, all drivers who need a win. If you're looking at guys who have spots in the playoffs, you're going to have to go to 4th place Zoax Moon, who's going to try to get a spot under the 20 car of Zach Speed. Going at 4, she does get that spot. It looks like she's trying to challenge the 14 car. The Jacob Tube is going backwards right now. There may be a tire down on the 24 maybe after contact. Matt. Jacob Tube radioed to his spotter A to Hunt, told him to check for damage or tire rubbing because of the contact with the 16. Told him I just got a little too much too early, got into a wall. Oh my point. I really should. Obviously very frustrated with himself to see the 9 car looking to set up a pass on the 24. Obviously early frustrations and just getting too much they can because of the rain delay. Obviously he's not won at Darlington. He actually came pretty close to winning this event last year. Anyway, battle up front. Teammates. (22) Alex Moon, 2 Robert Smith. If the Alex Moon gets the spot, it just seems like everyone either wants to get down to the bottom or they're just going to stay up to the top as far as they can. Is see Jake trying to stay out of that groove, but he also knows he can get a good run. There's the 19 Caleb Hoffman, obviously wanting some good luck after how rough Bristol was. He's going to try to look, had a pretty good run out of 4, was able to clear the 78 and the 25. Out front, it is Zox Moon actually able to put the block on the 2, take the lead, and he is checked out. She is checked out. Here at Darlington. You know, for a woman in high tier, a woman in her first season riding, the Ihop Cup Series, it seems like she has her car tuned up pretty good, actually. As we have a little bit of a going up a little wall on the backstretch. Out of 2, it looks like. It is the 15. We had help, guys. We had help. Of Jake Basinger. Having points from Darnell Matthew transferred to him, while Darnell Matthew goes to the 56. I'm sorry, Jackson Hunter kicked out with Darnell Matthews' points. Not really as good of a season for 15 car as expected, especially going through 2 different drivers. And now the caution is out. This is a lucky break for the 24 car, because he just hit the wall again, up in 4, while trying to keep the 78 behind him. This is down in 1, going into turn 1. He just got air loose right there. Very similar fashion to how he did it on lap 1. Just got air loose. So while the 15 of Basinger is Jake Basinger is down pit road, getting left side tires. We just knew after a rain delay, these drivers are kind of being cooped up. They're handling themselves relatively nicely, actually. Relatively nicely, not a whole lot of discussion between drivers. Not a whole lot of bump pushing and shoving out there. Well, there might have been well, the exception of the 8 and the 15, but I think the 88 just had a better run than the 15 did. That's what caused that. Here's what Jake Basinger had to say. Okay, it's lap 4 already out of 16, and the 88's driving like a chicken with his head cut off. Like, seriously, dude. You gotta learn how to pull back early in the race. I know. He had no intention of slowing down in turn 3 right there. If he does it again, you have full permission to take him out. Oh. I see Darnell Matthew Basinger as a pretty different idea. Frustrated with the incident that took place, and he thinks it was a payback. It was deliberate. Here's what Apollo Moon. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I just trying to block the 11, but I was just kind of pinned to the outside lane. The 11 had a run. I really had no choice but to hit him. Then 4, he's the captain. See the there are drivers coming down pit road. Pit stops. There's a couple that actually opted to take fuel. The 3 of Jonathan Morrison, because they know there's going to be a rain shower coming. in the 5 of Hunter Miller, Morrison does not have a win this season. Hunter Miller does back in the spring Bristol race. So in a way, what Hunter Miller is doing actually could prepare him for the chase. You get a situation like this where you know rain is coming because you don't know the weather of all the races in the chase. Heck, when you don't know weather. So in a way, great call by the crew chief of the 5, Keith Rodden, from only take a splash of fuel since we've only run 5 laps now on these tires. There are actually a few other cars that topped off with fuel as well. The 18, the 48s, the 17, and the 22. Also topped off lots of fuel since also they know tires are going to be a pretty big factor. And some guys that took 2, guys that took 4, guys that took none. Here we go as we figure out the restart order. We'll be back in a moment. Caleb Hoffman moved all the way up to the 5th position from 20. I think he was running in 22nd on this restart. And also we do have some news of a radar, pretty small shower coming through the area. That's why the lap clock is frozen. And the rule is, before these drivers go to California for the Sunday night race that they have, they must complete the race by Wednesday. By here, otherwise. It will be interesting to see how this rain business plays out. Be pretty interesting. See if could Alvin Alonso secure a win if it hypothetically rains again. And maybe the race ends. Who knows? It could be quite a show in these next few laps. It could be quite a show. Now, there's reports of the reason we haven't gone green yet is there's reports of a shower popping up in turns 1 and 2, and it is enough to get this track wet. It is a damp enough shower that you see the water trail popping up from the 5, the leader of Hunter Miller. Looks like it is a quick shower theoretically from this late August / this early September out. Is a small shower theoretically should be gone, but at the same time, mid to late summer weather at Darlington is just probably one of the most unpredictable things in America. It's just things. Just one of the more. It's gonna be. See the onboard, the 2 car, all the water droplets that are on the front of the windshield of the 2. Damn. So that's the reason why the lap counter has stopped at 6. And the top 5 as we review here for the Mountain Dew Southern 500. Hunter Miller is your leader, Jonathan Morrison is 2nd, Alvin Alonso is 3rd, Jonathan Morrison is 4th, and Caleb Hoffman is 5th. His shower has passed. There is reports of clear sky down in turn 1. There's some hope of clear sky and hope that we could possibly get this race in the full distance. It is clear in the east, but look behind us in turns 3 and 4. It's could be interesting. See how weather is going to play a factor in this one. A lot of drivers took fuel only. Some guys took 2 tires. Some guys took 4. How will this restart play out? Oh, wow. Bad wheel spin by the 5. 5 coming to the green. As around he goes. Up into the 18. Go low, get low, get low, 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 low if you can, low if you can. Oh my goodness, gets into the, collects the 21 on the restart. Caution is out. You okay there, bud? And just as we were talking about drivers knowing that rain is coming, making risky moves like that, I don't think the 5 was able to get grip on the restart. Just couldn't get going, and unfortunately caused heavy damage to the 21 car and heavy damage to the front, and destroyed the front of the 5 car. There's reports of the 18 has heavy front damage as well, left front quarter panel damage, left front damage. Alright guys, I believe the crush panel might be pretty smashed up, so yeah, you guys might want to take a look at that. They were lucky it wasn't a bigger wreck. It wasn't like a multi-car pileup. It wasn't, luckily, it was just a small 2-car wreck that drivers can avoid. We're able to avoid. It wasn't, wasn't anything big. Now let's look at the restart. Coming to the green, I think 5 missed a shift. Oh, heavy hit. I think the 5 just didn't hold the brakes, and well, the 5 hit the brakes, and you know the rest. But holy crap, that's a hit. 18 is down on pit road. The 5 Hunter Miller is out of the car. The 21 Xavier Sandreska, one of the chase drivers that's currently got a 25-point cushion entering this race from Bristol, probably will be leaving here today outside the cut line as he takes his mangled motocross craft up the backstretch road to the garage. Definitely a different way to enter. Hunter Miller, look at the damage to the left side of this car. That is something. I mean, the front is just gone, pretty much, and just 5 came across, locked it up, boom. That's a whale of a hit right there. While Jonathan Wisher gets Pit road, Dave. Okay, what's your guys? Darrell told us crew chief we got hit in the F front right behind the tire. We got hit behind the tire. Alright, and he got on the radio, told crew chief Adam Stevens we need to hit something to repair it. Pretty heavy damage when you think about it from when the 5 hit him. Look at that. That's just something to say the least. Not the kind of way Jonathan Wishart envisioned his Southern 500 after winning last race at Bristol in the 18. Alvin Alonso, the 17 car, is out front right now and must be feeling pretty good about himself. Marty. Up here with crew chief Mike Kelly and Mike, how do you feel about leaving the 17 out here in case of like a late rain, in case of rain comes? I feel pretty confident that, I mean, we had a lot of experience from Bob Osborne in rain situation wins with Chris Buescher in the Sprint Cup side. So we're basically applying that same strategy and hoping it works, but with the way those 2 cautions fell, I'm not sure how. It is rain probably about 2 miles from us. I mean, you can kind of smell it too. Ooh, and it's probably going to bring some lightning as well. So in a way, it's going to be quite an interesting show. On this restart. If rain hits we don't know if rain's going to hit during the restart or not. We're hoping we're not. But anyways, yeah, Jonathan Wishart has come back out on the track 2 laps down right now as we approach lap number 9. He is 2 laps down in 32nd. I mean, we're probably going to have, it's going to be an interesting restart. Right here. You got Alvin Alonso and Jonathan Morrison on the out in row 1. Caleb Hoffman and Zoe Smith in row 2. Jackson Hunter in KFC Cup Series row 3. Dylan Murway in KFC Cup Series row 4. And Zach Speed and Apollo Moon rounding out your top 10. And Jacob Cheeb after adversity has made his way up to 12th. Just starting in the 8th position, where he fell all the way back to the 24th position. Ironically matching his car number. So, how things shake out, we run to the finish. Run to the finish. Will we get another caution? Will rain come? We don't know. Boy, that 11 car forced his way down to the apron, way across behind 2 lanes of cars, down to the apron. He's going to try to go for it here, but Alvin Alonso was able to clear the 3 car, because I don't think he had a good start. And I mean, he's going to really clear the... And I mean, the 11's actually able to complete this pass, and he is up to 4th coming out of 2. Out of turn 2. Alvin Alonso down the backstretch. He has the blocked on. He has the 3 blocked. He's gonna come down, try to block. Try to block. He gets turned. He gets turned hard into the inside wall. All of the backstretch. The 17 spins up into the pack. Low. Caution. And more carnage behind them. Look at that. 14 is involved. 88 has damage. The 22 is also torn up in this accident. Oh my goodness, the hard shot. 17, 22, you got 14 spinning up the racetrack. 16 is involved. Spinning down to the inside. Caution flag is out. There's a couple more drivers. If they have more trouble at the back, as we have a pretty big mess as wreck developing behind them, as drivers slowed for the caution. Wow, what just happened? Through all that, the 17 car did what he had to do. Dude, he had to block. He was trying to stop the 19. Who knew that block could, if he didn't block, he could have very well caused him to win, but unfortunately it ended in a heavy contact. And unfortunately a pretty big pile up behind them. For 10 of 10, this is the follow-up wreck that involved about 7 cars. And the main wreck that involved 6, so there's 13 cars in total right that involved in that wreck, that backstretch pileup. And backstretch turn 3 accident. Caleb Hoffman, he's got pretty heavy damage to the right front. Get down. Heavy fire on the 22 car. Red flag is out. .42 Derek Lewis is involved. 48 of Nate Sherman. Taking out of about 15 cars involved in the Darlington backstretch melee. Oh man, I'm worried about that 17 car right there. It just came across his nose. Out there right now. That's the best news. Those cars that are involved in the incident on the back, the incident that involved behind them coming out of 2. With the 2 cars that wrecked in the back part of the backstretch, further up more towards turn 3. And you got the big pile behind them. So as of right now, with the scoring issue, the way things were being scored, that hit was something. Because there is a fire underneath the 22 car. 42 is made to pit road with damage. The red flag is out. Cars are being stopped. They're keeping the cars going because there is rain in the area, and they don't know if it's going to be a safety reason. They have cars going. There's a Paul and Moon going through. I'm sorry. There's Hot Wheels 44 driving away. And big contact on the backstretch involving numerous cars. In fact, some of these drivers are actually still going. 31, he actually got turned towards the inside wall in that chaos. Only got pretty hefty right front damage. He is actually still able to contend, and for this, still able to run. But I'm sure if we get back going, he's gonna have to get that damage taken care of. And look back at the carnage. The 33 actually got wedged up in the air, almost on top of the wall, and over that same wall. Like Dylan out of the car to check on Alex Wheeler. Eric Gamer, Matthew Powell, Paula Moon, Brendan Little. Oh, I'm mildly concerned about this. Brendan Little right there is he does have some leg injuries. His leg is about 85% healed from his wreck back in North Carolina last year. So Paul Moon gingerly, his teammate Alvin Alonso ran down the track, gingerly helped him out. Lap counter is frozen on lap 10 with lap 11 right now with 6 laps to go. And it looks like we're gonna bring the cars that are still running from this wreck down pit road, because rain is in the area and it is pouring very hard here in Darlington. They're going to need to get the track drivers and get these drivers taken care of quickly. Drivers are told to bring their cars down and stop, while bring whatever remaining cars down. However, this wreck was not caused by rain. Caution as it is turned to red. The yellow flag is turned to red. 18 car. Meanwhile, they have scored some backhand group drivers. They've brought them down the pit wall, or down the pit road to be parked alongside them inside row. Well, any cars that are still left. There are a ton of drivers with damage in this one. Damage. And it all started because the 17 tried to block. Look at the results. '22 car up to the garage. The 16 there as well. The 88, the 33, the 7, the 78, the 9, the 10. Obviously, he can't keep going because he actually drove under the 33, almost flipping him over the wall on the backstretch. Yep. There is about NASCAR has gotten the Air Titans out, and they are in the process of drying this track. we just heard, NASCAR is in the process of drying this track out to hopefully continue the racing here in the Mountain Dew Southern 500. The last time a Southern 500 was actually shortened by rain Cup Series in the Cup Series NASCAR Premier Series was actually back in 2000 in the Pepsi Southern 500 when Bobby Labonte in the 18 car won that event. See the tarps coming out. Drivers are told to exit the cars while we wait out this now 30-minute red flag, as it is actually in close to about 1:15 here, as the race was stopped at 12:48 local time, while drivers wait out the rainstorm that is probably continuing to pass through. We'd like to remind you of the tickets to the Race of the Chase. We got California, the Sunday night race before the chase. It's going to be a pretty wild one. One to say the least, to decide who gets into the 16-man playoffs come Chicagoland. Some, honestly, after home today, it's going to be some pretty notable names and notable teams. You got Morrison. He is probably the best in by points. But if we get this started, which from the looks of it we probably won't, hopefully if we're able to get this started, Jonathan Morrison's probably going to have to make some pretty bold moves on the restart. Then you got Loudon. The road race at Thunderhill. Texas, the only day to night race in the chase. You got Talladega, the 2.66 mile racetrack. Then you got your classic home race at Charlotte, and Bowman Gray Stadium, the only one of three short track races in the chase. You got Mansfield to open up the round at 8, and Phoenix, which is going to be a prior race to the Arizona Sunset. And then the race at Brighton High School, which is the classic race that's going to be beginning about 4:30 p.m. About 30 minutes, an hour later than it began last year, to give a finish under the lights. And then the Championship 4 race at Atlanta. All times are going to be at 1 p.m. All the races are going to be broadcast on the Turner family of networks or the NBC Sports Group. So we just got word from the from NASCAR and David Hoots that Caleb Hoffman in the Aris Toyota has picked up his 3rd win of the season and his first rain-shortened win of his career. In the Aris Toyota, he is actually able to play the rain game right despite getting involved in that pile-up on the backstretch. Congratulations to the 19 team. Jonathan Morrison, unfortunately, will have to end this race in 2nd. We have ended this race probably about 7 laps shy of the finish while we wait out. Couldn't really wait out. Well, actually, a National Weather Service warning was issued for the Darlington area. It is a severe thunderstorm warning. They are telling the fans to evacuate the stands, and that's probably why this race is to be called right now. A pretty big boom was not spotted about 5 miles from 10 miles from where we were. So that's probably the big reason why, when this rainstorm set in, probably one of the bigger reasons why we aren't going to finish this race. It's actually close to about 1:45 here locally at Darlington on this Tuesday afternoon, the Mountain Dew Southern 500. postponed 2 days by rain. Got started about 10 a.m. this and 20 a.m. 10:30 a.m. this morning, and featured 3 cautions, 2 for pretty big wrecks, 1 for a slight tap on the wall. Well, this is technically the third caution gone red flag, initially for the cleanup of the wreck, and then the rain. Apparently, they kept the cars moving through all the chaos. There's reports that all the drivers are currently being checked out, while Alan Alonso is being taken to a nearby hospital for further evaluation. We hope to hear some pretty good news. See, he was the one that took the hardest hit in that wreck. He actually hit where there was no wall, not really much of a wall. Oh, he came up, got collected the 22, and unfortunately ended his day and many other days as well. There's the unofficial results. Caleb Hoffman with a win today at Darlington. Morrison second. Sports Center Cup Series third. Robert Smith fourth in his third ever Penske start. He's actually got Jackson Hunter's old points. Right now, he is well good for the chase. He's currently sitting in 9th. Then you got Dylan Murray 5th. A nice rebound from Bristol. Zach Speed 6th. Jacob Tube 7th. I almost said Jeff Gordon. Nate Sherman 8th. Hunter Rizzoni 9th. Menards Cup Series 10th. KFC Cup Series 11th. Noah Spalding 12th. Hot Wheels 44 13th. Derek Lewis 14th. Mason Powers 15th. Darnell Matthews 6th. Jessica Shelton 16th. Great run for her. Bristol 17th. Eminem's Coco Garcia 18th. Then you got Jake Basinger 19th. And Jackson Hunter 20th. Noah Spalding 21st. And Joshua Lee Match, who's going to be 1 lap down at the end of this race after having heavy left front damage from a restart back with Hunter Miller. And then these are all the drivers that are involved in that last lap incident. Congratulations to the 19 car of Caleb Hoffman. And tune in Sunday night on NBC for running the Pop Secret running the Exalta We Paint Winners 400 in California to determine who will be one of the 16 drivers who will be the 16 men fighting for a championship the week starting in New Hampshire. Caleb Hoffman has already got 3 wins, so he's well into the chase. He's well set for the chase. I'm sure California is going to be pretty entertaining on a beautiful Saturday evening. It is a Saturday night race, by the way. Congratulations to Caleb Hoffman.